Okay, guys, just give me 1 second. Okay, so this morning I have the proof of what I've been telling you for the past year and a half since I got back to the Bible, that the psychological mind is not real and that we were born with a divine mind. Um, it's amazing to me, actually. I was just thinking, could this really be why? It's probably another reason why all of this stuff happened to me. I told you, when you're a servant of the Lord, you're at the Lord's mercy and discretion on how He wants to use you. And there were many lessons in this whole thing about me going in the hospital and being forced against my will, being called crazy. And you'll understand from my testimony that I had given everybody. This was actually the thing that my psychopath ex-husband did, was he told everybody that I was crazy. You remember the story that I told you about when I moved up here, I was all alone and I found Sam Vaknin and I was listening to Sam Vaknin's video about narcissistic abuse videos. He has an extensive library on narcissistic abuse. That was how I learned what happened to me. And that was a huge factor in how I was able to let a lot of this stuff go, because I knew what had happened to me. And it wasn't that I was the problem, it was that these people had massive problems, the people that were abusing me. So I was able to let a lot of this stuff go. And I told you the pivotal day, the pivotal point of what happened. I was listening to one of Sam's videos, and he turns around and says, one of the first things these psychopaths do to their target, which means the person that they're targeting to abuse. These people don't abuse you or attack you unless they're envious of you. They see something in you that they know they lack and they know that they will never have. And they become envious of you, and that's why they attack you. And in their own sick way, some of them, I guess, maybe not all of them, but some of them, they believe that since they're envious of you, that you're envious of them. It's baffling. It's baffling to anyone who looks at this stuff. But anyways, what he said was, these people become envious of their target and they will start a smear campaign almost immediately. And one of the first things they will do is that they will tell people that they're crazy. I had a 16-year smear campaign started on me by my ex-psychopath husband, telling everyone I was crazy. He told my children I was crazy. He told my mother and my sisters I was crazy. My mother and my sisters helped him alienate my children from me. He told my children that he had to protect them from me because I was crazy. He had brainwashed me to make me believe that I was crazy. So when I was sitting on my couch, I was all by myself and I heard him say that, I almost went into shock. And I just sat here and I said, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. This was all a game. This was all a game with my life. And it was from that moment on that I was able to heal. And the healing was intentional and it was rapid. And the Holy Spirit put me through a 4-year dark night of the soul where he was bombarding me with memories of all of my abuse and all of the sins that I had committed also. It wasn't just what everyone else had done to me. It was also what I had done to other people in anger. Just why the Bible says we should never sin in anger. But he showed me the things that I had done too, and I had to repent for it. The other thing that happened was because of all the abuse, I became very numb. So I wasn't able to feel anything but anger. And as he was healing me through the dark night of the soul, I was getting back in touch with my emotions again. And then what happened after I was healed from the trauma, got back in touch with my emotions, then I had to transcend everything. It was a tedious, gruesome process. but it was one that I don't regret at all. So understand the devastation when these people are out here now trying to tell me that I'm crazy. Once again, it's like what's the name of that? A Groundhog Day. It's like Groundhog Day. These people are out here trying to tell me I'm crazy. Not to mention all the other smear campaigns that were started out here by people telling everybody that I was crazy. I couldn't believe it. We've had people from the Christian community saying that I had multiple personalities. You know, I understand it's because this person that said that put in over 50 years of casting out demons. He calls himself the real exorcist. And here I come out of the blue from Hinduism, and I'm bypassing them on information about demons. And then I caught on to deliverance extremely quickly because I'm not operating from the personhood any longer. This is what they didn't understand because they're all in the sleep. So once again, he was envious. So what did he do? He attacked me. He attacked me. And with these people, it was that I wouldn't kowtow to them as being the real exorcist. I wouldn't do it. So I got brutally attacked. Again, calling me crazy. This is exactly what Sam Vaknin said they would do. This is exactly what they did. Now, when I was Baker acted, this sleeper cop, you know, if the government is going to give the police the power to Baker Act people, to say that people are hallucinating, they should put them through mental health training. This girl had no concept of what she was talking about. I explained to her that I had been through Hinduism for 5. She didn't even know what Hinduism was. These people have the authority to remove us from the street and Baker Act us into a nut house, and they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea about what black magic is. None. And they have this kind of authority over other people's lives. This is the sickness, the demonic darkness that is out in the world right now. So what happened? I get put in that hospital. I tell that doctor, because I believe the doctor wants to know the truth. The doctor wanted to know anything but the truth. The only thing they were going on was that those people, David Hicks and Judy Rice and Tracy Olson and that other one, Amber and David Twinkletoes, saying that I was dangerous and I was going to go there to hurt them. That's all these people heard. No matter what I said to any of these people, they were not listening to me. They were not listening to me, which is why the first thing I did when I got back home was I made a video warning all of you pastors, prophets, apostles, bishops. You need to be extremely careful about what you say. These people are not Christians. These people don't understand the language that we use, the terminology that we use, and the way that we use it. And they're on our pages looking at our videos, only to discredit us, only to accuse us of the most vilest things that are going on in their inner space. It certainly wasn't going on in my inner space. And I don't have a psychological mind. And I'm getting ready to prove that to you right now. This is what I've been telling you this whole time, that I am in my divine mind, that my mind is completely still. I don't have any thoughts unless thoughts are being pumped into me like they had been when I was in that hospital when the PTSD symptoms flared up. I'm back down to my no mind state. I told you I wasn't going to worry about it. The Lord was going to take care of it. And that's exactly what he did. I'm back down to my no mind state, my no thought state. So what this doctor did, she put me on a medication called Risperdal. And I took a picture of it because I'm getting ready to read you what this drug is. So for 4 or 5 days when I first got there, She didn't even tell me she was putting me on a drug. She just prescribed the drug, didn't give me the respect to even discuss that she wanted to put me on a drug, what the side effects were, to ask me if I had any health conditions that would be contrary to her putting me on this. She didn't ask me anything. She just prescribed this drug and expected me to take it. So, of course, I refused to take it because I'm not a schizophrenic, not by any stretch of the imagination. And that's what she was waiting for. She let it go for 4 days. And then she labeled me as medically incompetent. It's not the same as being mentally incompetent. She labeled me as medically incompetent, that I was unable to determine that I needed psych drugs. My psychosis was so terrible that I was not able to determine that I needed psych drugs. And then so they got a healthcare surrogate, someone who had never met me, never spoken to me, who was just signing off that they should force me to take these drugs. This is what happened to me in that hospital. This is what the Ocala police had done to me. I went to those people for help. This is what they had done to me. This is Risperdal. This is the picture. I'm getting ready to read it. You'll see it says it's an atypical antipsychotic. An antipsychotic. She's saying that the beings that I was seeing in the sky were hallucinations. And I kept telling her over and over again, they can't be hallucinations. If I'm able to take pictures of them and show them to other people, they can't be hallucinations. As a psychiatrist, she knew that they were not hallucinations. She couldn't define what it was. So this is why she put me on an atypical antipsychotic. And when she was talking to the judge in the Baker Act hearing, she said I had schizophrenia of unknown origin, or atypical schizophrenia. This is what she was saying, because she couldn't explain, because I was very coherent. All my sentences make sense. I was very intelligent, but yet she thought I was having delusions of grandeur because I said I was a prophet. And she thought I was having hallucinations because I was seeing the sky beings and I was seeing the faces in the trees. No, they're spirits. They're spirits. The same way they inhabit our bodies, they can inhabit the trees. They can show themselves on flat surfaces. What those are called, they're from the lower realms. They're from the first and second dimension. They're called flatlanders. These are another way that these beings can show themselves in our dimension. It's not a hallucination. If I were to see these things and I couldn't take pictures of them and no one else ever saw them, I was the only one who saw them, then it would be a hallucination. But she could not define what I had because I could take pictures of them and I could show other people them. So it was not a hallucination. She had no clue what was happening here. The fact is, I am a genuine prophet and I am highly evolved. So I went in that hospital on July 14th. I'm pulling up the calendar right now. So we got the 21st is 1 week. Then we got the 28th is 2 weeks. Then August 4th, which was yesterday, would be 3 weeks. That would be 21 days. So we'll say 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Take the 4 days off that I refused the medication. We're talking about 17 days on this antipsychotic medication. And I will show you the picture that I took this morning right outside my door. There's the eyes, there's the nose, there's the lips, the mouth, the chin. Looks like this is hair up here. Looks like there's another face right here. There's an open mouth looking up at this being. There's the eye right there, and there's the nose. And you see the trees. You see the top of the house right there? You understand this is in the sky. There it is. After 17 days on an antipsychotic medication, the sky beings are still there, and I'm still able to picture them, and I'm still able to show them to you. No, I'm not operating from the psychological mind. I am in my divine mind. And as I said, I don't have any thoughts any longer. I'm in a still mind. Here's another picture of that sky being from this morning. The both of them. This is one that I would call a demon. Cops, listen up. The demons show up as black clouds. This is coming up sideways. I'm not going to get it, but you can see it. We can make it out right here. There's the eyes, got the nose, there's the mouth. This being actually has horns on the top of their head. You're seeing another face right here. There's eyes, nose, mouth right there. And you can see my backyard patio umbrella right here. You know these beings are in the sky. This one, I don't know if you're going to be able to make this out, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. We'll see. This actually looks like a half moon face. So this is the hair. We've got the eyes right there. We've got the nose. We got the mouth. The mouth is open, and you can see there's the chin right there. But this actually comes down this way. That's why I said it looks like almost a half a moon. This actually looks like this being is singing, or it could be the being is yawning. It's something, but it's a pleasant face on the being. And you can see the fence, the house, the umbrella. So you can see that this is in the sky. You can see the eye. It looks like actually eyeliner right here. And you can see the hair. Here's the hair. This is another being. This is a demon. You can see the horns on the top of the head. There's two of them there. It's sideways now, so you got to adjust the way you're looking. You could see the horns right here on this being. There's the forehead, the eye, the nose, the mouth, the chin. This one is a darker color. This one is coming from the dark forces. It's another face that you can make out there. But this one, especially in the back, you can see the horns. This one, you can see the light. This is where the mouth is. I don't know how good this is coming through the screen. This one too, it looks like the mouth is open. And here you're just seeing various faces. You're just seeing various faces in the sky. Here's some hair. Here's a nose. Here's lips. Nose. There's hair here. Here's the face. You're seeing a nose here, mouth, chin. Here you're seeing hair. There's the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the chin. Up here, you're seeing eyes, nose, mouth. There are just faces all over the sky. This one is a dark one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. Here are the eyes right here. 1, 2. Eyes. This is the mouth. That is something that I would call a demon. When the clouds are black or dark gray, they're demonic. And you can very plainly see the eyes in this one. Here's a close-up. You can very plainly see the eyes. And here's the mouth. 1 eye, 2 eyes. It actually looks like there's 2 horns up top here. Here's a really menacing one. Demon. There's the horn coming out. This is the bridge of the forehead. The eyes, and we got the nose, and we got the mouth right here. Yeah, there are demons in the sky. How about that? How about that? And you're seeing underneath, there's another face right there. That one is a menacing looking demon. This one, it could be a snake, it could be a dinosaur, it could be a lot of things. But I told you, I've seen all creation in the sky. And you'll see right underneath it, or right diagonal to it, you'll see a face that looks like of a man. And you see my umbrella right there, so you know it's in the sky. It's my backyard umbrella. Here's the face of the guy. There's his hair, forehead, eye, nose, mouth, chin. So this could look like a dinosaur. It could look like a snake. It could be anything your imagination tells you it is, but you're actually seeing that there is a being in the sky right there. Now, these pictures I took, the majority I took last night. There's the one that I took this morning, which was this one, the face in the cloud, the 2 faces. I took those this morning. We're now 17 days after being given oral pill form antipsychotic medication and 2 injections of antipsychotic medications. And as I said, I am in my divine mind. And what I'm seeing in the sky is not a hallucination. Because if it was, this antipsychotic medication would have stopped it. Are you hearing me? Sky beings are real. And as you keep elevating in vibration, you'll be able to see them too. They're all around us. This is what I was teaching to you about quantum physics. They're all around us, but we can't see them because we're in the lower vibration. You've got to raise your vibration up. The only way you do that is by transcending the world. This is what Jesus told us to do. Are we clear? Now, I'm getting ready to read you about this Risperdal so that you can see what these people had forced me to take against my will. Which is why I'm saying this is religious persecution. What is Risperdal? Risperdal is an antipsychotic medication that works by changing the effects of chemicals in the brain. Change the effects of chemicals in the brain. So if I was in fact having hallucinations, I would not be able to see the sky beings anymore. I would not be able to see the spirits in the trees anymore. I would not be able to see anything anymore if they were truly hallucinations. Most importantly, I would not be able to take pictures of them so that you could see them, because a hallucination, as I said, is something that only I can see. And a matter of fact, I'm going to Google right now. What is a hallucination? Cleveland Clinic. Hallucinations. Hallucinations are false perceptions of sensory experiences. Some hallucinations are normal, such as those caused by falling asleep or waking up. This is how you know the people from the mental health industry are all sleepers. They have no idea about what's happening in the spiritual realm. They have no idea what's happening. This is why this stuff has happened to me. They are false perceptions of sensory experiences. Some hallucinations are normal, such as those caused by falling asleep or by waking up. But others may be a sign of a more serious condition like schizophrenia or dementia. So this doctor diagnosed me with an atypical schizophrenia because she had no idea what to call what was happening. A hallucination is a false perception of objects or events involving your senses: sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. And I will also tell you something. When you are raised in vibration, you can also hear cosmic sounds. You can also smell any kind of fragrance that is being sent your way. I've actually smelled sandalwood. I've actually smelled jasmine. I've actually smelled rose. I've smelt all of these things from the cosmos. It's not a hallucination. These people believe that they are the psychological mind, and they believe they are their body. They are massively asleep, and they are poisoning you. Chemical reactions and or abnormalities in your brain cause hallucinations. So they believe it's an abnormality in the brain, which is why they give you an antipsychotic medication to change the chemical structure of your brain. And here I am. I'm still showing you the sky, people. Are you getting it, you guys? The psychological mind is not real. And God will always get the glory. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So Risperdal is an antipsychotic medicine that works by changing the effects of chemicals in the brain. Risperdal is used to treat schizophrenia in adults and children who are at least 13 years old. Risperdal is also used to treat symptoms of bipolar disorder, manic depression in adults and children who are at least 10 years old. Risperdal is also used to treat symptoms of irritability in autistic children who are 5 to 16 years old. If you have a child who's autistic and you're letting them poison your child, I want to tell you, I've showed you videos. I've literally showed you videos over and over again that demons are cast out of children with autism and they're healed. Their autism is gone. Their autism is gone. These demons create the psychological mind. It is not what we were born with. It is not where God speaks to us. These demons create the psychological mind, which is why they could not interfere with what I'm seeing in the sky. While you are taking this medicine, you may be more sensitive to temperature extremes, such as very hot or cold conditions. Avoid getting too cold, becoming overheated, or dehydrated. Risperdal may impair your thinking and reactions, which is what I told you. What these medications do, they give everybody a flat affect and they put you into a zombie state. If you look at my video when I first got back from the hospital, I said, you can look at me and tell I'm not myself. It's because of all that medicine they pumped me up with. Here, before taking this medicine, these are things that this psychiatrist should have asked me, that she never asked me. She never even told me she was starting me on medication. Okay? Before taking this medicine, you should not use Risperdal if you are allergic to risperidone. Risperdal may increase the risk of death in older adults with dementia-related psychosis and is not approved for this use. To make sure this medicine is safe for you, tell your doctor if you have ever had heart disease, high blood pressure, heart rhythm problems, which I have had all three, stroke or heart attack, diabetes, or risk factors such as obesity, which you obviously can see I am obese. I even told this doctor this medicine side effect is weight gain. I said, I'm already a beached whale. Do I need to gain 30 more pounds? I'm already a beached whale. She didn't care. She didn't care. She just prescribed it. And the fact that I refused to take it, she labeled me as medically incompetent and forced me to take it. And they told me if I would still refuse to take it, they would hold me down and inject it in me. This is what I was told. So other risk factors such as obesity or family history of diabetes, low white blood cell count, liver or kidney disease, seizures, breast cancer, low bone mineral density, trouble swallowing, Parkinson's disease, or if you are dehydrated. And I was dehydrated. Taking antipsychotic medications during the last 3 months of pregnancy may cause problems in the newborn. It's what kind of poison this stuff is. What should I avoid when I'm taking this medication? Avoid driving or hazardous activity until you know how Risperdal will affect you. Your reactions could be impaired. As I said, you walk around like you're a zombie. Avoid getting up too fast from sitting or lying position, or you may feel dizzy. Dizziness or severe drowsiness can cause falls, fractures, or other injuries. Avoid drinking alcohol. Here, Risperdal side effects. Get emergency help if you have signs of an allergic reaction to Risperdal. Hives, difficulty breathing. And here's what I want you to understand. I started having difficulty breathing once they started giving me this medication. And it felt like there was an elephant on my chest. That's usually a sign of asthma. So I was having an allergic reaction to this medicine. I told the nurses there, they did absolutely nothing. I told the psychiatrist the next day, what did she do? She ordered me an inhaler. And then when I took the inhaler, I literally felt like I could not breathe, that I had to take, it's an antihistamine. I can't think of the name. It began with a C. I had to take an antihistamine every time I took that inhaler. So I was, in fact, having side effects from this Risperdal, and they refused to stop it. In fact, they increased the dose to 2 milligrams twice a day. And then they started giving me injections because I was getting ready to leave. And they knew that once I left, I wasn't going to take these pills. So they gave me 2 injections, even though I was already having side effects from this medication. Call your doctor at once if you have uncontrolled muscle movements in your face, chewing, lip smacking, frowning, tongue movement, blinking, or eye movement, breast swelling or tenderness in men or women, nipple discharge, impotence, lack of interest in sex, missed menstrual periods, severe nervous system reaction, very stiff or rigid muscles, high fever, sweating, confusion, fast or uneven heartbeats, tremors, feeling like you might pass out, low white blood cells, sudden weakness or ill feeling. I also had this sudden weakness feeling, weakness in my legs, fever, chills, sore throat, mouth sores, red or swollen gums, trouble swallowing, skin sores, cold or flu symptoms, cough or trouble breathing. And I had the trouble breathing. Low levels of platelets in your blood, easy bruising, unusual bleeding from the nose, mouth, vagina, or rectum, purple or red pinpoint spots under your skin, high blood sugar, increased thirst, increased urination, dry mouth, fruity breath odor, or penis reaction that is painful or lasts 4 hours, or penis erection that is painful or lasts 4 hours or longer. Common Risperdal side effects include headache, dizziness, drowsiness, feeling tired, tremors, twitching or uncontrollable muscle movements, agitation, anxiety, restless feeling. And throughout all of this, I had anxiety because I said I was severely traumatized. And don't you know, after 9 days in that lockdown unit, this psychiatrist still had not ordered me anti-anxiety medication. It was only after 9 days after I complained and I demanded that that hospital do an investigation on that doctor, that another doctor came to see me, and he was the one who ordered the anti-anxiety medication, that I was able to get some kind of relief because I was anxious from being in that place and being traumatized. And also anxiety is a side effect of this poison they were giving me. Depressed mood, dry mouth, upset stomach, diarrhea, constipation, weight gain, or cold symptoms such as stuffy nose, sneezing, or sore throat. This is not a complete list of the side effects. Then they give you a list of other drugs that might interact with this. So I want you guys to understand that every single solitary thing that I have ever told you was God's truth. And what is the thing I always say out here, you guys? God will always get the glory, and God has gotten the glory. Look at what has happened. The Lord has absolutely brought me back to you, proving that I am a genuine prophet, proving that the psychological mind is not real, proving that mental illnesses are actually demonization. I've given you, I'm actually going to go get a few right now, by Pastor Mark's ministry, of him casting out demons from people with schizophrenia, and schizophrenia was gone. Casting out demons from people with autism, and the autism was gone. The psychological mind is not real, you guys. It's not real, which is why I keep telling you, whenever you get bombarded with negative thoughts, you bind those demons. Say, I bind you in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, and those thoughts will stop immediately. Anytime you're talking negative stuff to yourself, understand it's not you. You believe it's you because you have not witnessed the psychological mind yet. Remember, I gave you those exercises on how to witness your thoughts. If you haven't done them, you really should start doing them. The second that you understand that you are witnessing your thoughts, that means they are separate from you. If you can witness it, then that means you are not that. You should start doing those exercises that I gave you. And I've been telling you this whole entire time. What has happened? The Lord has brought me back here to prove to you that I am a prophet and that He is still on the throne. He is still on the throne. The psychological mind is not real. You were born with a divine mind. He speaks to you through your divine mind. Bind that psychological mind. It was, I believe, Buddha who said, you become the master of your mind or your mind will master you. Anyone who is living with a mental illness, your mind is mastering you. You've got to make that switch. You've got to make that turn. You have got to become the master of the psychological mind. As I told you, I'm back to being in a no-thought space already. How many days am I home? 2? I don't even know. Today's Saturday. I'm home 2 days. I'm already back to the no-thought state. So I'm going to leave this here, you guys. This is, for me, this is the ultimate proof. They tried to kill my brain. They tried to stop any kind of thought. And I'm still seeing the sky beings. Why? Because I was never using the psychological mind. They were never hallucinations. I am, in fact, in the divine mind. And I'm extremely high in vibration, which is why I'm able to see these things. Okay? I will get a couple of Pastor Mark's deliverance videos where he's delivering people from schizophrenia. He's delivering people from autism and any other mental health deliverance that I can find. I'm going to get within reason. I'll try to get different ones so that you can see that what I'm saying is the truth. The psychological mind is not real. You are not your diagnosis. I've been saying this ad nauseum out here. You are not your diagnosis. Now you have proof. Guys, have a blessed day.